Star Trek Discovery is incredibly important because there hasn't been a new show that has garnered attention from the mainstream of people watching television in a very long time. So in order to continue the franchise and continue building this universe, you got to bring in fresh blood.
It brings Star Trek to the younger generation. The CG is a lot better, the storyline is a bit rougher, and I think it kind of represents what we have now in the United States. It's a darker time for us.
All Trek is good. Some Trek is great. Discovery is great. That's my opinion. I'm sticking to it.
We need new Trek, and it's here, and it's still pushing those boundaries. They're going to start pushing in a little bit more dark, a little bit more crazy, and I think a little bit more humor that we need to see in this day and age. So
Discovery matters today, I would say, because of the message of diversity and acceptance that the show portrays.
I love the female representation of the show. It's definitely been represented in the other Star Trek series, but I think that in Discovery they take it to another level.
It's new and yet it is the same. It matters. Of course it matters. This has to go on forever. You need to get more fans and just keep it going.
It's a fresh version. It's an honest version of Star Trek. In essence, it's still Star Trek, like it's positive, and it brings new fans into the fandom, so it keeps it alive.
I think Discovery can definitely inspire a new generation of Star Trek fans and renew interest for younger people, and of course continue the legacy of Star Trek and keep it relevant in today's culture.
There's never anything in Star Trek that doesn't matter. You're learning more about the universe, it's filling in gaps. There's plenty of stories to tell, both in the Discovery era, post-Voyager. It needs to come back and it needs to refresh itself to keep bringing new people and keep the old fans happy at the same time.
I neither hate it or love Discovery, but it still has to grow. Give it 7 seasons, maybe then we'll see the potential of it.
You can like it, you can't love it yet.
But there's always sort of been a resistance, going back to the, next generation with that new crew. It took a long time for us to sort of warm up to that crew. And it was the same with Voyager, in the same way when it went to Enterprise. So I think that Discovery eventually is going to have its own show identity.
It's new, and it's bringing a whole other generation of people into the already huge Star Trek universe. It's nice to have the message of hope that Star Trek brings. And if a shiny, pretty new series can bring people into, the messages of hope and, stuff that the other shows did, then, I think the world needs that.
Star Trek Discovery is a whole new, bold adventure, of course. They've taken television they've taken Star Trek television to a whole new format. You see the early days of the Federation where things weren't always so cut and dry. Things weren't always so pretty and nice and bundled in a package. And they really have to struggle through these things. What I appreciate about the series is Discovery is the beginning. Next Gen, Deep Space Nine, and beyond are what we can become. It's bridging the gap between who we are today and who we can be one day. On the production side, casting is spectacular. This is what Star Trek needs to be. Regardless of gender, ethnicity, it needs to have a diverse cast, and I thank them for really representing Star Trek in a beautiful way.
Star Trek's all about getting out there, making new friends, and making the world a better place by getting along with each other. And I think anything that pulls people into that ideal is a huge win.